Outside of governmental institutions, more people are traveling into space. Business tycoons like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson have recently made it possible for regular people to travel to space in addition to professional astronauts. This has contributed to the emergence of space tourism as a global phenomenon. In this video, we will discuss what Elon Musk has to say about the value of space travel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Space travel may have drawbacks, such as the harm it causes to the atmosphere. However, according to Jane Pointer, the space tourism business Space Perspective founder and a former technical advisor to Elon Musk, it also has long-term environmental advantages. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, made his case for developing a vehicle that he feels represents the holy grail of space travel, while standing beneath the high profile of the company's next-generation Starship rocket on Thursday. "This is really some wild stuff here," Musk said, speaking to a crowd of employees, guests, and media. "In fact, hard to believe it's real. Except you? No, it's right there." Several businesses, including SpaceX, achieved a historic first in private human spaceflight over the past year. Still, the public widely mocked the idea of billionaires taking joyrides in rockets. Space travel is important for establishing security for life itself, having an exciting future, and inspiring kids about the future, according to Musk, who defended it at the start of his presentation. "One of the rebuttals I will sometimes hear is, what about all the problems on Earth?" Musk said. "I completely agree that the vast majority of resources should be dedicated to solving problems on Earth," Musk continued. He said, "More than 99% of our resources should be focused on terrestrial challenges, but maybe 0.5% should be space-focused." SpaceX has been working on the nearly 400-foot-tall Starship rocket to build a ship that can transport people and cargo beyond Earth. To establish a human presence on other planetary bodies, such as the Moon and Mars, Musk emphasized the importance of the rocket. Musk argued that visiting Mars is far from being some sort of escape hatch, because it will be extremely difficult, dangerous, and tough, refuting the notion that space travel is a frivolity. Although it may seem unnecessary, public support for Starship's development is essential to the future Musk sees for SpaceX. While the private venture raises billions from investors, SpaceX has secured several taxpayer-funded contracts for Starship. The company still requires regulatory approval from the federal government before it can begin conducting launches from its facility on the farthest southern tip of Texas Gulf Coast. Objectively, the cost efficiency of SpaceX is the best in history, I think, for any rocket development, Musk said. "We are talking about a rocket that's more than twice the mass and thrust of a Saturn V.
The cost efficiency of SpaceX is the best in history, I think, for any rocket development. We are talking about a rocket that's more than twice the mass and thrust of a Saturn V.
The rocket that launched the Apollo moon missions and is also designed to be fully reusable.
And also designed to be fully reusable, which is obviously also much better from an environmental standpoint to have a fully reusable rocket.
For a development cost that is, I don't know, between 5 and 10% of the Saturn V. From an environmental standpoint, Musk added, obviously it is also much better to build a fully reusable vehicle, since rockets are traditionally discarded after each launch, by reusing the most expensive component of the rocket and landing it. SpaceX has gradually reduced the cost of its current fleet of Falcon 9 rockets to under $30 million per launch. Musk claims that the next-generation rocket will be much less expensive per launch, even though Starship is many times bigger and is anticipated to have a multi-billion-dollar development cost. "I'm highly confident it would be less than $10 million, Musk said. The ability of Starship to carry a certain amount of mass into orbit with each launch, along with SpaceX's aim of completely reusing each rocket and booster in a manner Musk likens to commercial aviation, are the keys to that cost-effectiveness. SpaceX has completed several high-altitude flight tests with Starship prototypes, but entering space is the company's next big goal. While it was anticipated that this milestone would be reached last year, development has lagged, and the orbital flight test is still awaiting regulatory approval. The Federal Aviation Administration must grant SpaceX a license, and the regulator expects to finish a crucial environmental assessment in about a month. Might be a few bumps along the road, but I feel at this point highly confident that we'll get to orbit this year. Musk said. The second generation of Raptor engines, which power the rocket and its booster, is now Starship's biggest technological challenge. 7 Raptor engines are required for each Starship, and 33 are required for each Super Heavy booster. Late last year, a SpaceX executive left the company due to a problem with the Raptor engine development, along with the creation of complete self-driving at Tesla. Musk stated on Thursday that Raptor is the issue I'm spending the most time personally working on.
Right now, of any technical problem, I'm spending the most time personally on Raptor 2.
Compared to the original generation, the Raptor 2 engines constitute nearly a total overhaul, but are also much simpler and more potent, according to Musk. He added that the construction cost of Raptor 2 cost roughly half as much, and that manufacturing is increasing. According to him, the company is near to achieving a daily production rate of 1 Raptor 2 engine, with contracts to transport both NASA personnel and commercial passengers to the moon in the coming years. SpaceX will need to develop Starship's interior and life support systems. Still, Musk claimed the business is not focused a lot on the problem. He cited SpaceX's expertise in developing life support systems for its Dragon spaceship, which has safely transported 18 passengers to low Earth orbit so far. That will be important down the road, but our focus right now is just getting to orbit, Musk said. The facility, known as Starbase, requires a confluence of elements, according to the SpaceX CEO, who explained why the business selected this region of Texas for Starship production and launches. Musk underlined that given the requirement to launch eastward to get help from Earth's rotation, the location offered a clear path to orbit. It also has an excellent clear space and is lightly populated. That doesn't actually leave a lot of options. It's basically here in Cape Canaveral, in Florida, Musk said. Although work on the Starship rocket's research and development project has restarted at NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Musk claimed that SpaceX didn't want to disrupt the ongoing launch activities in Florida. Musk added that he believes Texas has the perfect amount of rules and regulations for the test project. Some neighbors in Cameron County have praised the company's explosive expansion for bringing jobs and tourists. In contrast, others have criticized it for uprooting a coastal neighborhood and jeopardizing the wildlife preserve near Starbase. During the early stages of Starship's development, multiple prototypes were tested and destroyed after failing. Environmental issues heavily impact the Starship's future in Texas, but Musk said he is optimistic that SpaceX will be granted permission to proceed. We don't have a ton of insight into where things stand with the FAA. We have gotten sort of a rough indication that there may be an approval in March, Musk said. I think this is not something that will be harmful to the environment, he added. Though Musk claimed that it would put us back for quite some time. SpaceX is thinking about its next steps if a more thorough environmental evaluation is necessary, with a move to Florida being the preferred option. The worst-case scenario, according to Musk, is that the construction of the Cape Launch Tower and the launch of Starship would cause a 6 to 8 month delay. According to Musk, SpaceX would continue its advanced R&D work in Texas, including testing out new design and new versions of the rocket. At the same time, Cape Canaveral would serve as the primary operational hub for Starship. That is all for this video. We will be back soon with another informative video. Don't forget to like and share this video. Until next time,